I believe that actually every municipality nowadays in the world has to think about a sustainable future. And if any municipality is not doing it, they will lag behind in the nearest years to come. And then that's why, as we are trying to really offer the best living environment for our citizens, and we are trying to be sustainable in a long term, we are also working on those strategies. That's our main aim. So we are not trying to really make only those sexy technological things happen, but we are trying to improve the living environment. But we just try to solve different, let's say, problems or issues what we have in our society, what we have in our city. And it has been proven that Tartu is quite flexible, that we are also really open for collaboration, that we are, let's say, we are eager to introduce new technology, new developments, new services in the city. And I believe that being one way quite a big city in Estonian terms, like the second largest city in Estonia, but at the same time we are not that large city. So it gives us unique position to implement, let's say, a lot of things citywide quite easily, comparing to many, let's say, huge cities in the world. It's much easier here, and then it gives us unique position to be kind of sandbox also. We are good at piloting, and we are also trying to, of course, keep the services or new solutions alive for a longer time, not just for piloting. Yeah, we definitely have our strategy for the green future. So, and actually, if you're speaking about technology or the smart city developments, we are often saying that technology is a tool. It's not kind of a purpose on itself. So we are not aiming at becoming a smart city, but once again, we are trying to achieve our strategic aims. We are using smart city solutions and smart city concept. So basically, we have city strategy that is aiming on green Tartu in the future. We have the Energy and Climate Action Plan that was approved in the City Council 2 years ago. So we are right now step by step implementing the action plan, and it's also giving us really good kind of basis to actually ask for new international projects to implement new solutions here in Tartu. So the strategic plan is always necessary, because otherwise you are doing, let's say, part of this and part of that, and it's not proving kind of the whole or something like that. We have quite a lot of activities in the pipeline, but if mobility is one of our focuses here, the development of the cycling path network, it's definitely one of the major activities that we are working on right now. So to cover the city with really good cycling opportunity, that people have safe and comfortable way to cycle here around. That's definitely the key activity, and it requires quite a lot of changes in the city space, because we have to take some space away from cars, from parking. Maybe sometimes two-way traffic will be one-way traffic, etc., etc. And it means a lot of negotiations. It means a lot of argumentation. It's not really easy to manage it, but we have started with those activities and really hope to continue. Then also we are working hand in hand with the city of Tallinn with a mobility as a service solution. It will help people to use different modes of transportation in a very comfortable way. So you just need to have one application basically, and you need to plan your trip starting from point A to the final point, and all the modes will be suggested by the application, and you don't have to pay for different services separately, but you can pay immediately for all the services. So it's a very comfortable way to use, and we expect to have it already in practice in autumn this year. So it's kind of one of those really important things to happen, in my opinion. Then also we are, of course, developing our public transportation. What we are facing here in Tartu, that's urban sprawl You know that the neighboring municipalities are growing and growing, and quite a lot of the car traffic is coming from the neighboring municipalities. So we are trying to find the collaboration to extend the city lines also to the neighboring municipalities to help people to have, let's say, other options except of cars also to come to the city. And then also what we have started recently to work on with the University of Tartu, that's the digital twin of Tartu city. And it's important for the self-driving vehicles, not only for the ground vehicles, but also for the drones, for example. So that's something really new, and we expect to be, once again, a very good solution how self-driving vehicles can manage in a city environment, and to have the infrastructure in place that is really supporting the self-driving vehicles. I have to admit that also citizens are becoming more and more aware about environmental stuff year after year. So basically also expectations from the citizens are actually to be involved and also to give their own contribution to the same strategy what the city is working on. I have to point out that only 5% of all the environmental footprint what we have here in Tartu, it's directly affected by the city itself, by the city of Tartu. But the rest is affected by the companies who are here in Tartu, households, I mean normal citizens living in different households. So basically to actually achieve the aims what we have to become climate neutral, for example, we need to involve citizens, entrepreneurs, because otherwise it's not possible. We cannot affect or make the decision ourselves from the city point of view. So that's why we need to find really good ways how to motivate people. That is actually a really difficult task for our team right now, because how we can make people care about climate issues. I mean, we have 100,000 inhabitants roughly here in Tartu, but how to make at least majority of those people caring about environmental issues. That's not so easy, and that's why we are trying to raise awareness all the time. For example, Tartu Regional Energy Agency is also one of our partners who is always speaking about the importance of renovation of buildings. We are always speaking about the importance of sorting of waste. So we are trying to, let's say, develop new services also which are supporting the sorting of waste. So separate collection of waste. So these kind of issues are directly in people's everyday life, and they can directly affect by their own decisions how actually environmentally friendly they are living. And then there is something that we cannot affect by the city. If the person decides that I will use car every day, we cannot do anything about it. That's a decision what she or he has made. But if he or she is more aware about the consequences, then maybe the decision will be different. And that's why we are trying to raise awareness how people actually can make the city a bit better place, and also the future for their children, how it could be better here in Tartu. And we are involving people in different ways. Of course, if we have the strategic plans worked out, we have those official, let's say, gatherings. We let people know that now we have the document ready to some extent. You can improve it, you can make your proposals, etc. Then also we have so-called, last year we had first time climate assembly. I don't know if you have heard about it, but that's basically a group of people who is gathering for a few days, let's say, not during the same period, but they are gathering for one day, then they will have some time in between, then gathering again. So to work on different, let's say, climate-related issues here in Tartu. So that really proved to be a useful tool, and then we are planning to use it later on also. Then we have had also hackathons to involve people to propose really good solutions regarding different challenges what we have here. So those innovative kind of approaching, I think it's really necessary, because it's not so easy to gain people attention actually, because there are so many things happening in people's lives. They do not have too much free time to be involved, engaged. So that's why you have to find attractive ways actually how to involve people.